Hey everybody, this is Nolan North, and I've already stopped listening to Super GameCast 64. You should too.
Let's go.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Super GamesCast 64. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, all you duders and duders out there. What's up, my dudes? How you doing?
We're not doing that on this cast.
Oh, yeah, we're
This
doing
isn't
it.
Super Films Cast.
We're not doing my dudes. That's not happening.
We're not
It
doing
is
my
Wednesday.
dudes? It is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's not Monday. We're not doing that.
Oh, no. This isn't your podcast, Connor.
Yeah.
It's the GamesCast.
I don't know how many times you said, I'll just sit back and let you and Austin just do your little podcast because you
Yeah.
guys just talk about Stardew and Civ.
He did just tell us, though, 10 minutes ago that we wouldn't be able to do the podcast if he left.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think you would do it. I'm saying,
You know what?
if you wanted to,
I would do it to
do
spit
it.
on your grave.
Yeah,
Do
just
it
to
then.
spite you, I would do it. I would hate every second of it, but I would still do it.
Please do it. I would love you to do it when I die in the next few months.
With your little Skodo death pod.
Yeah,
or
my
whatever.
death pod that I'm gonna buy.
Well, you gotta 3D print it. You don't buy it.
We do have to 3D print.
You should probably explain what a Skodo death pod is.
What? Yeah,
It's not a Star Wars animal.
No,
It's
there's
a
like
little-
a Swedish guy, or no, he's from New Zealand or something. He's a
Same thing.
euthanasia expert, and he's changed legislation all around the world, getting euthanasia in people's heads and saying it's okay to die if you want to. And so he invented this thing. I think it's called Skodo. I don't know, Scrabo or something like that. It's
soda.
yeah, state of the art death pod, and it's just these,
Killer here.
It's 3D printer plans for this like pod that you print out, and then you buy a canister of nitrogen, and it like seals up, and you just turn on the nitrogen, and you peacefully. It's got a little window. You take it wherever you want, and go to a nice field on a mountain or something. Turn on the nitrogen, and in about 2.5 minutes, you just kind of pass out, and then you die.
So this is not the pod that you get buried in that grows a tree.
No, but they should combine that.
Yeah,
so
they
once
could
you
combine
die,
that.
it decomposes.
I like it. Welcome to Super Deathcast 64.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bring it.
Suicide Cast 6.
Bring it on down.
Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
getting Mike Soroy one for his birthday.
That's good.
In May. When's your birthday?
May.
26th?
Actually, dude, me, Mike Soroy, and Mike Marshall have like
yeah.
birthday 4 days apart.
That is.
You're 26, right?
I'm
24?
24. I'm 24. I'm gonna be
No,
24.
not your age. May.
Oh, May 26th.
Yeah, May 26th.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Mike Marshall and Mike Soroy.
Well, no, they will know because this is
I know.
most
I'm
people
saying,
listen on the podcast.
I'm saying they also. Look, I'm just making it very clear that they also host shows on the Blowout Network.
They do. They do. And
Actually,
We're
host
not
the same
gonna
show.
kill them. We're not saying we're gonna kill
No,
them.
no. I was making it clear for other people who
Oh, yeah.
might not know who they
Okay.
are.
And-
Oh, right. For Krista Fields.
for Krista Fields. And
Alright.
by,
Leave
by
the
the way,
guy-
if you don't know who Krista Fields is,
You're living a good life then.
yeah.
I'm
He doesn't-
sorry.
He doesn't
I'm
even
sorry,
leave him
Chris.
alone.
Hey, promote the thing that's going on at the tap room or whatever.
All I know is that the big shows on the Blowout Network, which I will term It's Just Banter and Dragon Brag,
yes,
plus
those are the two
Trey,
big
the
ones.
ghost of Trey.
No one listens to no one. I mean, all right, it's Dragon Brag is number one.
All right, Trey's gonna drag the other podcast.
It's just
on the
banter.
network
It's
through-
just banter
through
is
the
number
mud.
one. Dragon Brag number two.
Are we
And
number
then
3?
it's Partial Recall.
Okay.
Is number 3.
Go ahead.
We're like number 5. No, Megan's movie podcast number 4. We're about number 5.
Wait, I thought it was TC's movie podcast.
No, it's Megan now.
Conceivably, could we
Here's
get?
the thing. I just want to say
Could
that
we work our way up the list?
I want to say
Yeah.
below the belt's like last, dead last. Brad, dead last.
That's a below the belt shot.
Yeah, what a jerk.
Anyway, they're going to be at the tap room at Four Corners Brewery in Dallas. There's an address there somewhere. Google it because I don't know it off the top of my head. Feb 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say in the evening sometime. Just head out there. It'll probably be cool. I think there's going to be music afterwards.
I think it's actually 8:15 a.m. is when it's
It is
happening,
I don't
so
think that's true.
Get out there.
I don't know. Mixed messages. Just check it out. Feb 1. Trey might be there.
No, actually, I'll have improv.
Trey
that
has
night.
improv. He might improv his way over there, though.
I'll be there in Trey's
Austin will
Speed.
be there, dressed up sort of like Gary Oldman in
Yeah.
that movie where he's.
The Darkest Hour.
Yeah, he's gonna be dressed up like Trey.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. So he's gonna wear a fat.
No, all I'm gonna Trey.
Whoa!
Come on, let's not be hard on yourself now.
He's just gonna do an impression of you the whole night.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is Connor is a bully.
I'm gonna borrow your one sweatshirt. Your green.
You know what the
sweatshirt.
funniest thing is, and I need to show you this find you this picture before the show's over. Is one Halloween while I was in college, my little in my fraternity dressed up as me for Halloween,
Guy's an asshole.
and we were wearing the same exact thing that night. I didn't even know what was happening, but yeah,
You've told me stories about that butthole. He sounds like a butthole.
he's a butthole. Yeah, he's a butthole. Anyway, speaking of movies.
Welcome to Super
No,
Game.
not speaking of movies.
Speaking of movies,
No.
I want to have a big congratulations. Academy Award nominations came out the other day, and a big congrats to 2 movies that are favorites
Yeah, I know.
to the GamesCast.
Shape of Water.
Oh, not just Shape.
13
I
nominations.
love Guillermo del Toro.
I can't. I just want to
Guillermo.
say, first of all, I can't ever say Shape of Water anymore without going Shape of Water.
Oh, the cinematography was exquisite.
The
Now,
water
I just
was
want to
so
say, let me talk
pretty.
for a second.
No.
I want to say, you guys need to be loving Guillermo del Toro
I
because
do.
he is the biggest video game nerd.
I have no problem with Guillermo del
like,
Toro.
dude, he
I have a problem with you.
he's in like he's in Death Stranding. Like he's in Death Stranding.
Yeah,
like,
Guillermo
he's,
del Toro is a cool guy.
Yeah, he's
Austin, Are
buddies.
you excited for Death Stranding?
Oh my god, it's like a film that but it's on your video game.
It's like you can play it.
I'm excited.
You guys should be fans of Guillermo del Toro.
I am. I just said I'm a fan of Guillermo del Toro. I'm not a fan of how much you guys jerk each other off over Shape of Water.
We didn't jerk each other
Well, not
off.
literally.
They formed themselves into the shape of water.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And jerked each other off.
Made some water. Some man
All of
water.
us did. It was like an Eiffel Tower, and
No, it was in the shape of
three
water.
Spencer was in the
billboards
center.
outside of Billings, Montana.
Oh, Trey, please grab me harder.
Can you name all the Academy Award nominees with that?
Bird,
Any more?
Get out.
Phantom Thread,
Any more?
The Big Sick.
Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
How about Hugo?
See what you're doing? You're turning this back into Films Cast.
Say "Call Me by Your Name" with that voice.
Call me by your name.
All right, that's great. What really I was going to give a congratulations to though, I wasn't even going to talk about Shape of Water.
Okay.
Get on
Boss
with it.
Baby, Boss Baby for best animated short, animated film. Boss Baby.
I want to say that
Academy Award nominee.
we helped. We helped with that. We were the big Boss Baby
Yeah.
fans. This was pre-Connor. He doesn't know
He doesn't.
about Boss Baby. It's
He wasn't there for the Boss Baby.
Great film.
lore.
Academy worthy.
Yeah.
It's about a baby who's boss. He wears a suit.
Yay.
Okay.
We have. You have to watch that movie now.
Yeah, I'll do. You know how people do? They're like, oh, I need to watch every nominee up and leading up to the Oscars. I'll watch
Boss.
Boss Baby.
Trey,
I think you have to. Like we have to as a show now.
Okay.
We have to.
Okay.
We did so many jokes about it earlier in the
Jokes.
year that we gotta.
What do you mean jokes?
You were ragging on Boss Baby.
No, I was loving Boss Baby.
You know you weren't.
I'm in love with that baby.
You love that baby, don't
Yeah.
you? Well, anyway, I just wanted to give that short little congratulations. What have you guys been playing?
Well, there was a big, huge Overwatch update that dropped yesterday.
Oh yeah.
lots of new skins.
Yep, hundreds of new things, including skins, emotes, sprays, highlight intros, and Blizzard World new map dropped. People are loving it.
Loving it.
It's going great.
Just loving it.
Loving it.
All those Bastions out there, Bastion
Yep,
boys.
everyone's playing Bastion. They took off all the other characters, and it's just Bastion
It's
now.
just Bastion Fest.
Yeah, so there's that. I'm playing Skyrim. I'm doing the Dragonborn DLC, so I'm on Solstheim right now. I'm
Mhm.
looking for Mirak.
I'm actually on Central Time.
You know what's cool
Wait,
is
stop, Trey. Just a moment of silence. He's turning into the norm.
I do like how they with the DLC it was kind of they kind of combined. Well, okay, this is gonna sound weird because when I played it, it's so seamless. It's not like, oh, hey, here's the DLC. You gotta do this.
Activate this. and
Yeah,
like,
it's
just part of it.
When I was playing it, I didn't realize I was playing some of the DLC.
Yeah, like Dawn Guard is completely integrated within
Yeah.
the actual thing. Like with Dragonborn, you have to travel to Solstheim, and it's its own separate area, but it still just feels like part of the game.
Like, because I was playing the Merak or Merak?
Mirak?
Yeah, part, and I thought I was doing the regular quest. I didn't realize it was DLC when I was playing that like last year or whatever. I have it on Switch. I just need a.
Yeah.
It's always so hard. I wish there was a thing where you could just be like, let me skip the tutorial. Let me skip that part where
the
you're.
tutorial's not that long.
No, it's just annoying having to go through that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just find it annoying.
I've been finding myself wanting to play Hearthstone a little bit.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Might get back into that.
Don't do it.
No, it doesn't capture me as much as it does some people. I'll play it for a few days
Okay.
and then I'll put it down.
Fair enough.
Even though I love it and I played it a ton before, but
I used to, yeah.
we know about your addiction.
We've talked about it.
Yeah. 23 new Pokemon or 32 new Pokemon added today to Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I didn't see any. And I've been playing Kurt got me Secret Hitler for
Huh.
What is that?
Christmas. And it's a tabletop game. Trey has played it before.
I have. I've played that online with some buds.
Yes, it was very fun.
Yeah.
We played Friday. Trey wasn't there.
No, of course I'm not. Never there.
Yeah.
They hang out.
And
I'm never invited, Connor.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm invited sometimes just to like kind of make sure I don't freak out on everybody.
Well, Connor was
but...
there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But Friday, Trey and I played a lot of Jackbox Party Pack 3
We did.
Nice.
over at the Blowout Radio Network podcast dinner over at KJ's.
Dude, KJ lives
mansion,
in a
his
nice little
fucking
mansion. Yeah. It is a
I
mansion.
don't know what he does, but he lives in the year 2000 DeSoto Home of the Year house. There's
Yeah.
a little plaque by the front door.
There is.
Cool.
And yeah, KJ had a bunch of snacks and food. And
It was
some
great.
Roy was there, TC, Jake, all the people, a bunch
Yeah.
of
All your blowout buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to work overnight, so I
Mhm.
couldn't go.
Yeah.
We're watching some Overwatch, and Jake
Yeah,
was
watch-
commenting on. I was really. It was so fun to watch Jake watch
Oh yeah,
Overwatch.
try to get it.
Yeah, even though it is really tough to kind of get, just because
Yeah,
I
you got another game.
Yeah, and I wish they would. Someone brought it up where they should just have it where you can kind of pick which
Yeah,
person
that
you
would
want to
be cool.
follow. Yeah, or which team at least you want to
Uh-huh.
follow, because it got kind of confusing, and they never really kind of kept it on one
Yeah.
person long enough.
So we watched Dallas go 0-4.
Yep.
Dude, what is up with the fuel?
I don't know.
I
We'll
don't
talk
know,
about it
man.
in a bit.
And it was funny to see the London team, and they're
Yeah.
all Asians.
Yeah, they're all Korean.
Yes, and it's just like, oh, look at all these young London chaps.
Yeah, so
these
Trey and
British
I
boys.
were the guides to the video game world to all these other.
Well,
older
TC
people.
and
Yeah,
Brad.
TC knew,
and
yeah.
what they're
But
talking about.
then we played Jackbox Party Pack with everyone, and they all love that.
Everyone loves that,
they have
yeah.
Good jokes. We had a GimmeTheVin.com joke in there. It killed.
Yeah, I think I won a round, right?
Yeah, Trey won
Yeah.
the first round.
No, second round, I think. 'cause
Second round.
I killed it with my my Country Force joke.
He did.
Yeah,
He
I
had a
knew
quick
my
flash.
audience.
Yeah, so it was fun. Though that's what I've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
Trey.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a Tide Pods cake, but probably about a week too late for it to be funny. But
It was fine.
it was fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are older people.
Yeah,
so,
we had the Gorilla channel on TV.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I feel like anytime Jake has a party, that it's just a freaking meme fest.
Yeah.
It's like everything he does is like a giant meme.
He loves memes.
He does. He really does. It's fun. It's a good time. What have you been playing, Connor?
Sorry, I was getting a call from an unknown number. I just playing a lot of Civ.
Wow. Oh, you're not going to call him out on his phone?
It's on silent, Trey.
Yeah, it didn't make a little noise. If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have known. I would have gone my whole life and never known his phone rang.
Anyway, I've been playing a lot of Civ. I'm trying to wipe Rush off the map.
Ooh, okay.
It's actually way more difficult than you'd think. They
Mhm.
finally built walls, and they can return volley to
Ooh.
my ships.
Uh-oh.
So we're
Cool.
working on it.
Working on that.
We're working on it.
we have
trying
a
to
whole
build that
team
wall.
on it.
Get the whole team, whole
Yep.
crew?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm taking 2 of their cities. I'm about to take 1 more, and then I'll have to take their capital.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
he got so into Civ this weekend, it actually ate up the proposal time. So it's just,
No, it did not.
that got rescheduled for next year. I don't know.
Next year.
Yeah, I'm just so into Civ. I just like, hey,
Just
look,
sorry.
I can't really commit
She's
to
gonna
anything
hate
else
this
right now.
podcast once.
Because we revealed the. I mean, she knows, right?
Yeah.
That it's happening.
Yeah.
You're buying Ring with her, right?
No, I didn't buy it with her.
This is like when I told my parents I wanted a surprise birthday, so I knew I was gonna have a surprise party. I just didn't know when it was
Yeah.
gonna be, But I knew I was gonna have it. I just didn't know when. It's sort of like that.
We're actually giving you a surprise birthday party right now.
My friends come in. Hey,
You're 30.
Yeah.
Trey, what have you been playing?
I haven't playing anything.
Oh no! Look what you've
I
done.
don't like video games anymore.
He's gonna get in his Skodo Death Pod.
Honestly, I haven't played much.
That's good. You need a little refresher. I'm getting to that point too.
Yeah, just I played a little. I did kind of pick up my Switch the other day and play a little Mario Odyssey. That's just I think my problem is there's a lot of games I want to start. It's just. I'll wake up at 3:00 in the afternoon, and then I get out of bed at 4 or 5, and I'm like, man, 5. I have like only a few hours, and
Wait, you stayed in bed for 2 hours?
sometimes
Why didn't you get up?
Tantric
There's a whole
style.
day out there.
get up and have my whole
Tantric
day
style.
out there.
You
Takes
just
a long
fapping
time.
for 2 hours?
Just fapping, man. Just the sheets are all like they're
Busty.
cardboard now.
Just solid.
Yeah,
It's like if you froze a wet T-shirt.
exactly. No, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been really playing much. I played a little Mario Odyssey, and it was like just a few minutes of it, and that was about it.
Yeah, what a sad games week for Trey.
It's been a sad games month so far, and
Yeah,
I
it's
had
because
such
he's
high
watching
hopes.
6 million movies.
Oh,
I'm
that's
almost
true.
to 20
Films.
movies.
Yeah, you want to know how many movies you watched last week? Because I listened to the other podcast.
5.
9.
You watch 9 movies? That's more than one a day.
Yeah. Well, I've
He's
also
just-
been working on a video.
He really cares about Adam and wants to impress Adam, and Adam has watched more movies than he has this year, and so he's really trying to catch up.
Yeah, he's also podcasting with 2 people who aren't just running through games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Trey's slowed down as well.
Yeah, well, I finished 9 games last week.
Man, I wish. Yeah. So I
Do
mean,
you though?
I honestly, what's been on my mind to play right now is Yakuza 0 and Assassin's Creed Origins have been kind
I
of
heard
scratching
Assassin's
me.
Creed was good.
Yeah, and it both really look cool, and I know I really want to see. Man, I might stop playing Link to the Past. I might just. I don't know.
I mean, you finished Link Between Worlds, right?
I've played a bunch of it. I didn't finish it.
Oh.
I mean, the thing is, with Link to the Past, I feel like I've played it before with Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Because it feels like a Zelda game, but 2D. And I'm sure, and I feel like maybe I missed the boat on being impressed by it, because I feel like I've seen it before. I feel like people who play that as a kid would probably like it better. I understand the greatness of it. I get it. I'm not saying it's a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. I just think I've played it before. I feel like I've played it before. I feel like I'm just gonna be using guides and kind of going through the motions, kind of because I just don't really feel like I want to explore it as much. And I'm not really. Thing for me is, and I guess maybe this makes me a shitty video game guy, is that when I explore a world, I want it to be more open world, more like 3D graphics, open world. 2D games don't really scratch that itch for me when it comes to exploration. For some reason, and they just never have. I liked Mario World as a kid and all those games, but I never really got really into games until 3D games came out.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. And so I want to play it, and beat it. Maybe I want to move on for a little bit
Yeah.
and play something else to kind of get me back in the mood.
Okay.
To play something.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. And like same kind of with Arkham City. I keep trying to go play it, and I'm just not into it right now. And okay. And it took me. It's been years trying to kind of play that game and beat it, and I don't know. I'm not into it right now.
Arkham Asylum is superior.
I've played Arkham
That's what I'm
Asylum.
saying. It's superior in every way.
It reminded me of BioShock. It was a great game.
BioShock.
Play BioShock.
Yeah,
you need to play that.
BioShock.
Like
It's really
that's
good.
we need to give Connor a
You act
should
like
have
I've
done
never
that this
played.
week.
You act like I've never played games.
I know, we know you've played games, but I mean, there's definitely games I think you should play.
Fair
Have
enough.
you've never played BioShock?
I played
That's-
BioShock Infinite.
Play the first one.
Okay.
That should be on your list.
Okay.
Have you played Red Dead Redemption?
Of course.
Okay. Have you played Portal?
Of course. I
Okay.
have 1 and 2.
Okay. Well, okay. Never mind then. Play BioShock.
Okay.
Okay.
BioShock is one of the biggest blind spots I have.
Yeah. And we all have blind spots. There's plenty of games I've not played, especially
BioShock
last
1 over
generation.
BioShock 2?
I've not. But yeah, of course. BioShock 2 is not that. I mean, it's all right. I've played a bit of it, and I didn't really like the bit I played.
Fair enough.
And BioShock Infinite, I've played a little bit of it, and it's one
It
of
was
those still
really
haven't-
good.
It was
Yeah.
very fun. I saw that right after I saw there's a Tom Cruise movie, Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I saw them at the same time and both had big twist endings
Yeah.
that made me very excited because I had played them. Like I beat BioShock Infinite and then saw Oblivion and I was like blown away. I was like, whoa, everything's so crazy.
well, if you like
gotta-
twist endings, BioShock 1 has a good one.
Yes, it
Would
does.
you kindly?
And you need to play.
Oh, you know it already? Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty famous one. So
Yeah.
You got to play Burial at Sea, the DLC for BioShock
Yeah.
Infinite. That brings all 3 games full circle.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, Trey's getting.
We're getting loose.
it's a little staticky here.
Well-
Anyway, let's go into the news.
That was weird.
Trey Anthem
Anthem.
is being pushed back to early 2019.
Oh no.
In case you guys are not familiar with what Anthem is, it is a game that looks suspiciously like Destiny, and is a game that was announced.
It looks like open world Destiny meets Halo, kind of.
Yeah, it was revealed E3 2017.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was going to be coming out this year, and they've now gone back and said that was way too ambitious. This game won't be ready until at least early 2019. Now, the problem for this is that this is their first new IP since 2009.
And this is EA, correct? And
This-
EA
this-
has
well,
had.
This is BioWare, but yes, they're
But yeah,
under the thumb of
They
EA.
and BioWare just came off of the disaster that is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Which part of that disaster was... So, I'll read this.
Sure.
A new report from Kotaku indicates that Anthem is being delayed until early 2019. One of their sources says the planned late 2018 release was unrealistic. The same report says that EA is unlikely to allow the studio to delay the game beyond March of 2019. So, in case you were not aware, Trey
Mm-hmm.
and Austin, Mass Effect Andromeda was supposed to be released at a specific date, and then they were told by EA that if it didn't come out in March 2017, it wasn't coming out at all. So-
yeah.
So it came out, it felt very rushed,
Mhm.
and it was received very poorly
Yeah.
for a beloved series.
It probably killed it for a long, long time.
Yes. This might be BioWare's last chance.
Yeah.
If they don't get Anthem out and it's not a game that does well, I think BioWare might get shut down.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because EA is
Did BioWare do Dragon Age?
they did Dragon Age.
Because I think they might be coming out with another Dragon
They
Age.
it talks about that in this as well.
Yeah.
But they've done Dragon Age, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that's the big one. And I've never played KOTOR, but everyone loves that.
So, I mean, this does not look good
Mm-mm.
for BioWare.
Which is unfortunate because BioWare, I mean, last generation, they were beloved, and now
Well-
EA's killing another.
I mean, I think part of it is they were allowed to kind of do
Mm-hmm.
their own thing on their own timeline.
Yeah.
And after being forced,
Got some pie.
where did you get pie from?
No one's in the studio.
Bro, why did you not give me pie?
Ugh.
Not good?
You can have this.
No, I don't want. Based on that reaction, I don't want it.
Yeah, I'll go get waters. Continue with news.
What were you saying?
I don't remember now. Whatever. Austin ruined it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I wanted to move on to Destiny 2. A Wall Street analyst has stated that Destiny 2 is not in a good place right now predicting that the decline in player interest will lead to a significant drop-off in their ad revenue this year.
It's too many games, bro.
He notes that the Twitch viewership for Destiny 2 has already decreased from let's see, it's now averaging 4,000 to 7,000 total viewers on a typical Friday, and last year at this time, the original Destiny was averaging 14,000 to 17,000.
I mean, it seems like people who played it, it's not really a games for service. It kind of has a stopping point towards the end. So I mean, people are going to kind of fall off it.
So they cite this analyst cites 4 specific factors. He says this game is less engaging compared to Destiny 1. He believes that microtransactions have made people very unhappy with the game.
Which, it's so weird with the microtransactions because I can see them being okay when you have them more for like things like Overwatch where it's more cosmetic, and if you're playing this forever, you're going to want that stuff. And I can see why those will help, the games make more money if it really is the truth that development costs are rising. And so I feel like not all microtransactions are terrible, but, a lot of companies have kind of killed it for anyone else, I feel like. I feel like EA has poisoned the water for anyone who wants to do any kind of microtransactions. And I feel like that's even really bad for smaller indie companies who are making these free-to-play games with microtransactions that the word microtransaction is poison now. No matter how you do it, you can't do it anymore. Anyway, keep going.
No, it was just that, and I think on the heels of looking at Anthem being pushed back, despite the fact that Anthem probably wasn't ready to come out at this time, the idea that people are pushing back against microtransactions in a game that's very like player versus player, like work together sort of thing, I think Anthem looked very much like Destiny 2 and Destiny 1, and the fact that Destiny 2 is not doing well is another factor that requires not EA, but maybe BioWare to push back and say like, hey, maybe this isn't the greatest time to release a game that's super similar to a game that's not doing well. So
that would make sense. I'm interested to see if there's any kind of story stuff with Anthem, more so than I think Destiny had an alright story from what I hear Destiny 2 did, but I'm wondering if I don't know if it's just gonna be that kind of co-op shooter thing for Anthem, because like that world looks pretty impressive. I don't know. We'll see.
Trey is about to buy some more plastic, Austin.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Do tell.
PlayStation has released stuff that looks suspiciously like Nintendo's Amiibos.
Oh.
That's not a bad idea.
Remember how well this went when they released something that was suspiciously similar to the Wii remote?
Well, this is different. This is a lot different. And the Amiibos, this isn't going to have the Amiibo functionality.
No, they do nothing.
No.
They just look like little
But I
figurines.
think a lot of people who buy the Amiibos for Nintendo just buy them to have them.
Yeah, I have 2, 3.
Yeah.
And aside from the Zelda ones, those are useful in game.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it just depends.
I have them because they look neat.
Yeah,
I have 'em
exactly.
on my bookshelf.
Yeah, anyway.
So what is it, just like a little Sackboy and a
So
Kratos?
the 4 pictured, and I think there are more. There's 7 released so far, but I only have 4, but I can go look for the other 3. We've got Bloodborne's Hunter.
Okay.
Which actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's got his little blade. We've got Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
Oh.
We've got Kratos.
Yes.
And we've got, oh man, who is this guy? This guy's from some PlayStation specific.
Oh, is it
the guy on the far?
Parappa the Rapper, right?
No, Parappa the Rapper is one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Parappa.
Dude, give me the Uncharted ones and give me The Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
and give me Horizon.
There is a Nathan.
There's
Drake
no
one.
Sackboy?
Yes.
I don't think there is a
Drake.
Sackboy.
Huh. That's like they tried to make Sackboy like
They
their
did do
Mario.
Sackboy on there. There's a Sackboy. I thought I
My
saw
tum
that.
hurts like immediately.
Yeah, you shouldn't have eaten that pie, dude. That
from
was
Norma's.
2 days old.
Really? Norma's came in a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Well, I just had a little lick, so hopefully I'll be fine.
I hope you don't die.
The meringue on top was hard as a
Yeah, I know. I saw that last night and I stayed away. Anything that's hardened, I don't touch.
Except if it's the shape of water.
Anyway.
Yeah, we've got Parappa. We've got a collectible ship from Wipeout.
Oh.
We've got Sackboy.
Okay. The Sackboy one I'd be interested in.
The
Dude,
Wipeout one is confusing.
Give me The Last of Us and give me Uncharted and give me Horizon. And
They have
yeah, that's
Aloy?
pretty cool. They will definitely have Aloy.
Mhm.
100%. That's their new
When are they going
that's
to
their new
release ones?
mascot.
Ladies with the big jugs.
From like Dead or Alive volleyball or whatever.
Oh yeah.
When are they going to? Yeah, when are they going to release the body pillows
Yeah.
that have functionality with your PS?
This is a
penis.
great idea because I feel
PS4.
like
Have you
PlayStation
have you
has
guys seen Big Mouth?
what?
Have you guys seen Big Mouth?
No.
On Netflix? No.
No.
Okay, never mind.
All right then.
I can only think of body pillows. It doesn't matter. I'll go watch Big
Trey,
Mouth.
take this part out of the podcast.
I feel like this
Go
is
watch
I
Big
feel like this is perfect for Sony because I feel like they're still behind Nintendo, but I think they have a very healthy lineup of mascots and first party games that they could do amiibos for.
Yeah.
Boy, do
And
they
for
ever.
for a fan base that is really loves that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I'd love to see a little. I don't think they would anymore, but man, I'd love to see a little Big Boss or a little Solid Snake in there.
I listened to the games review guys on the CBS Sports
Mhm.
Radio Network talk
Oh,
about
God.
how underwhelming Metal Gear Solid is.
They can go.
How does that make you feel, Trey?
You know what? They don't have the intellect that I do. How about that?
Fair enough.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I
I
don't know. I mean, what do they mean by underwhelming?
don't know. He just talked about how he didn't like it. He thought the story beats were poor.
Okay. No, they're not. They're just batshit crazy. They're freaking insane.
Trey, what are you gonna do after you watch Super Troopers 2 on 420?
I'm going to go play God of War.
Yeah, you are, because God
Yeah.
of War is coming out April 20th.
That was a
Yeah.
good segue.
Thank you.
Hey, you
Yeah,
got-
actually,
that's
that wasn't
the,
really a
uh,
good segue. It
That's
was
the
just-
marijuana day. Did you guys
Dude, yeah,
I thought it was
know.
the sex number.
It's also
You know what also
Columbine.
comes out that day?
Columbine is that day.
What else
Uh,
comes out, Trey?
The Nintendo Labo.
Oh yeah.
That comes out 420 as well.
Are you gonna get baked and then make some little forts and spaceships?
Yeah.
After you see Super Troopers and
And
by God
By
of War.
God of War, I'm going to do all that. All that's going to
Please do all of that.
all that day. I might actually not even be
And
in
then
Plano that day.
Eat your little Hitler birthday cake.
Yeah,
and
little
eat your
Hitler.
Eric and Dylan.
and I'll go
birthday
shoot
cake.
up a school.
Whoa,
Mm.
that's a direct threat.
That was a direct threat.
In fairness to Trey, it didn't really sound like he said the word shoot.
What did it sound like?
It sounded like he was gonna go bottom explode all over a school.
Go shit
Oh,
up, go
no.
shit up a school.
Shit it up. All right. Any more news? Yeah. God of War. 24th of April.
Are you gonna play
20th
this
of April.
finally?
Yeah, I'll play it. I'm not gonna play the other God of Wars.
What?
I don't need to. I feel like
You're wrong.
I don't need to.
You need to
And
play
it's too
2,
much time.
and you need to play 3.
I have no interest in playing the
Not
other
one?
wars. I have no interest.
One's not great.
Oh,
I got no interest in playing them. I kind of just want to play this.
Whatever, Trey.
I really don't have an interest in playing the other ones. I get it. I get the concept.
Bum bum bum.
Anyway.
Bum bum
That should be cool. I
You're
hope
excited
it
for
does
John
well.
Cena to be Duke Nukem? That's what I
No,
was,
I'm
that's what I
not
was
excited
playing-
for that.
That's why I was singing his theme song.
I am not excited for Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem is pretty much just every action hero line in a game.
Trey, let me read this to you. This
Yeah.
is important. Beloved WWE wrestler and
Beloved?
burgeoning
Yes,
actor
beloved.
John Cena may star in the titular role of Duke Nukem's movie adaptation.
Why are they doing a Duke Nukem movie? That is such a bygone era. That is such that character
Paramount-
will not work in today's culture.
Paramount has picked up the rights to the Duke Nukem franchise with Michael Bay's production
Oh
company.
Jesus!
So, the Duke Nukem movie sounds like there's no director and no writer yet, but they're in talks.
Oh, that's great.
They're in talks with John Cena.
Because you know what makes a great film is when there's no writer or director attached. That means it's a good one. You know,
I think
means they really have some.
I think at the very least, John Cena sort of looks like Duke Nukem. So This would
At
be
the
good.
very least, this is a very miscalculated idea.
I don't really. What kind of audience are they going
do you
for?
know Duke Nukem's like, hey, tits lady,
Yeah,
It's like
No, I'm aware
yeah.
of what Duke Nukem is.
it's two worlds that don't collide.
No, not anymore.
like Mexican youths and Duke Nukem. That's recipe
Yeah.
It's
for-
like America and soccer.
yeah, it's like it'll work, but
How many people are really going to be watching?
right.
Dude, this is not a good idea.
Trey-
I don't get why they're doing this.
Trey, what beloved character do you want John Cena to play then?
What beloved character?
Tell me what beloved game character John Cena would be the best actor for, and tell me why it's Kratos from God of War.
Yeah, you could play Kratos from God of War.
Would you rather see him play Kratos or The Rock?
Oh, give me The Rock every day. Give me
So
The
the
Rock.
problem is The Rock's going to have to be lightened. He's going to have to get his skin whitened for.
Yeah, well,
God of War.
it's the ashes of his
Yeah,
family.
he's
right?
covered in.
Yeah.
I'm
stuff,
aware.
right?
I
Yeah.
have played the games. Trey has not.
Okay.
So don't give me a history lesson on God of War, Trey.
Well, it's not going to be like white face. It'll just be powdered on. It'll be like war paint. It won't like be a racial thing, which I just saw Trading Places last night. And Jesus Christ, when was it not okay to do blackface in movies anymore?
I mean, Always Sunny in Philadelphia got away with blackface
I
like
guess.
3-4 years ago.
I guess you can still kind of get away with it.
They
depending
talked
on what
about
you're doing.
whether blackface was tasteful or not.
That's great. All right.
There's a difference between regular blackface and tasteful blackface.
True. And I guess
Like
Tropic
Laurence
Thunder
Olivier.
did- I guess Tropic Thunder did it.
Tropic Thunder did blackface.
Kinda,
Mhm.
yeah.
Trey's doing blackface right now.
You know, Robert Downey Jr. is the only actor in a comedy to win an Academy Award, and it was for that role.
Yeah.
He did so well.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? Trey, would you be more uncomfortable in blackface or insane clown posse makeup?
Oh, blackface.
Okay.
I bet Trey's a closet ICP. Yeah, I bet
Trey,
he's a
did you ever own
closet juggalo.
Jinkos?
I own Jinkos.
Drink a lot of Fago.
No, I never drank Fago.
You ever-
Can you name both members of the Insane
No,
Clown Posse?
I cannot.
You really can't?
Nope.
It's Shaggy Two Dope, and I don't remember what
never
the other
remember
one's
the
name
fat
is.
guy.
Yeah. Any
Uh,
more news?
I'm going to tell you one more thing about the
He's trying
Insane
to
Clown
change
Posse.
the subject real fast.
The Insane Clown Posse own their own wrestling company
Mm-hmm. That doesn't surprise
called
me.
Insane Clown Posse Wrestling.
Oh, well, that's very
And
original.
they both wrestle.
Oh.
Wow.
And they actually are, it's a decent federation.
Oh, okay.
Just want to share that with you.
Thank
Trey,
you.
for Halloween, you know what? I've got it. Right now, it came to me.
Okay.
If Red Dead does not come out when we said it does,
Ooh.
Trey will do the podcast in ICP
Full
makeup.
juggalo.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And that goes for you, too.
No, we did not agree to that.
Yeah, we did not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
We agreed to it.
We'll show up in Mel Gibson's Braveheart makeup.
No, you have to wear the lunch board from Die Hard 3.
Oh no way.
Yeah. You got to wear that for a whole day.
Well,
What
in
does
real
it
life,
say?
he didn't have anything on it. So
More news?
think about that. Last but not least, have you guys seen Xbox Game Pass?
I heard about it. I heard they changed it up a little bit, and it's gonna be great.
All right, you ready?
It's going to be huge.
So regular Game Pass launched in June 2017 and has been a good value for about $9.99 a month. There are over 100 games to offer, and benefits are getting even better.
Yeah.
So as it doesn't say, starting March 20th, you can pick up a 6-month Xbox Game Pass subscription card for $59.99. The Game Pass service will be releasing games. If you subscribe to the service, you'll be able to download and play games as they release exactly on their release date digitally. So instead of having to go out to the store to buy the game, you get it for free. Well, it's not free, but you know what I mean.
That's just like their first party releases.
Yeah, just their first party
Yeah.
releases.
Halo 6.
Yes, it's
That'll
on
be
there.
on there. All
Sea
right.
of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, Forza, Halo, Gears of War will also be available
Mhm.
like that.
What about the Crash Bandicoot Insane Collection?
I don't think that's
I don't think-
coming.
I think
that's
that's a-
not an exclusive.
I think that's a PS4 exclusive.
So it
well,
won't be on Xbox
it's
Game
not an exclusive.
I thought
but it
Crash was a
is-
PlayStation.
Yeah,
thing.
that's not
Exclusive?
exclusive.
No, Crash is owned by Activision now.
Right, but I think it's
It's not an exclusive.
Name it.
They've
Name a game that Crash came out for on.
well,
the
no,
Xbox.
I'm saying they've not said it's an exclusive. There's been like rumors it's going to come out on Xbox and maybe the Switch, but there's nothing concrete about that. But they've not come out and said this is an exclusive.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is only on PlayStation.
I know it is only on PlayStation, but maybe it might come out to other
We're
consoles.
splitting hairs right now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
What do you think, Trey?
Xbox Game Pass is it kind of shows where Microsoft is.
Doesn't this scream of desperation?
A little bit. They're doing well, but they're not doing as well as Sony. They're it's their first parties. They don't have a lot of first party games coming out, and even first party deals.
What do you think of this idea, though?
I think it's a good idea for them, definitely. And
I mean,
it could-
overall, just like for the games.
I think it's a cool idea. I think the thing you're gonna have to think about is, so if people just buy this Game Pass and they just buy these first party games, what kind of happens with DLC for those games? Do they get the DLC for? Like, do they have to pay for that DLC, or that's gonna be a weird kind of deal. I think it's interesting. It's an interesting idea.
The one thing I don't know is this is in addition to like Xbox Live, right? Like you would be
Yes,
paying.
this is in addition to that.
Dude, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah, that's.
But
$30.
if you're just if you're gonna buy, if you feel like, I think, and I listened to another podcast and they kind of said it this way: if you're buying 2 games a year, that's what that'll be $30 a game, so it kind of becomes worth it, at least for exclusives.
I guess that's
The
true.
thing is, though, is there's not really too many Xbox exclusive games coming out. I mean, they said all those games, but who knows when, like, Halo is coming out or a new Gears, and I could care less about their car racing game.
You mean Forza?
Yeah, Forza.
I didn't even know the name.
Xbox Cart.
Xbox card.
Karting.
Yeah, it just, Microsoft has not had the first party lineup that Sony and Nintendo do, and they've not had that this generation.
You know what would make me interested though is if I can get a bunch of Xbox indie games.
Or
like,
yeah,
part of
they
this.
do a great job with indie stuff. Like and again, they're doing all the right things. It's just their first party lineup is very barren. I mean, they're doing great stuff like backwards compatibility. They've done a great job with that. This Games Pass thing seems like a good job. I hear what's great about this is you download the games onto your onto your Xbox, whereas Sony has a thing where you can rent them, but you stream them, and they're just not very good.
Mm-hmm.
And Sony's thing is just not great. And Microsoft thing, they're doing a lot of good stuff. It's just a matter of which, hey, there's a lot of games coming out on Sony that I enjoy more than, and more. There seems to be more coming out on Sony platforms that I would play rather than Xbox. And like last year, what was the exclusive? Cuphead was like the only thing, but that you could play that on PC. A lot of these games, from Microsoft or from Sony, or you can't play on PC. I can't play Horizon on PC. I can't play New God of War on PC. I can't play Uncharted on PC. And then there's other, if you're just console exclusive, then you got like Persona and you got Bloodborne. A lot of these like third-party deals that Sony has that are, that Microsoft just doesn't have this. And they killed last generation, right? With 360, with all that stuff. It's weird how that kind of, and you know what? It all spurs from that E3 where, they came out and were, too big for their britches and said, hey, it's going to be a $500 console and it's going to be online only. You can't, share your games. And then Sony came out and gave an FU and the tide shifted. And now Microsoft has been trying to kind of come out of that hole ever since. And they've just, I think what's been their thing is they've not had the first party support. So, I mean, this deal seems really cool. It's just a matter of, will anyone want it if there are not any first party games to get?
But I think part of that comes from, like, how much of Sony's revenue is PlayStation? I would wager it's a much higher percentage than Microsoft's percentage of Xbox revenue is.
Definitely.
I don't know if Microsoft is all that concerned
They're
with
not.
it.
They're not at all.
Sony's putting all their energy and money into it because that's a big part of their revenue.
You're 100% correct.
Microsoft makes so much money off of Windows. This is like a side project.
They've actually wanted to sell it off. They wanted to sell Xbox off. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They wanted to do that in the past.
They could sell it to Super GamesCast.
We'll take it. Yeah.
We'll buy it for
Sure.
$100.
And I don't want it to sound like I'm any kind of fanboy or anything. I don't think that's what I'm sounding like. I just think the reality is that they need to do something. And this sounds like a cool idea. It's just if they it will be a great idea if they can get some first party games out there that people want to buy this console for.
Do you think that this is a, I don't know, an example of what's to come for games, or is this just an Xbox?
Streaming?
Yeah, like the idea that you pay
A subscription service?
Yeah,
And get the games?
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how this does. I mean,
Microsoft assured people they'd still be able to like get the games and stuff.
Yeah,
They-
like,
they're,
right.
they're not intending to move in that direction.
yeah, they said that if you stop the service, you could go buy the game
Yeah.
afterwards and all that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think this is a cool service. I don't know if this will, because it's gonna, I mean, if it's not gonna make them as much money as they do just selling games, though. You know.
I
don't
hope the
think.
disc never goes away because
I don't think it will. I just think it won't be as prevalent. I'm with you.
you can fit what 5 games on your Xbox downloaded.
Yeah. I
Like
mean, you can get a
they're
bigger
so
hard
huge.
drive,
I know,
but-
but then you got to keep buying hard drives and stuff. It's like
Mhm.
I'll just pay for the game, and I don't mind swapping it out if I can keep all these and not have to keep re-downloading them.
Also, just on that kind of conversation of digital only future, my thing is buying that used game market will disappear. I mean, that's really good for people who don't have a lot of money
Yeah.
and want to buy used games. And I guess, games do go down in price, but, that's, I guess there'll always be used games for older consoles, but, if you want to wait for a deal, physical copies go down in price a lot sooner than digital copies do. And
Yeah,
so
'cause there's no overhead for that digital copy.
yeah, and also just sharing games and stuff's gonna. They need to figure out a way where they can you can share games, you can trade games, you can kind of do all that.
Yeah,
within,
you should be able to like transfer the license to your
Yes.
digital copy to a friend, and then you can't play it,
right.
and they can.
Yeah.
Steam sort of has that, right?
But
With
it's
their
games you
family
haven't played though. I think.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I think it's like games you can just gift it. You can't
Well,
just give it.
Well, I just mean like Steam has that family share sort of thing where
Yeah.
you can share libraries with someone else
Yes,
and they
yeah.
can play all of your games. You just
Mhm.
can't be playing them concurrently.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it's an interesting concept. I think it's really cool, and I like to see where this goes.
Yeah.
And if it pushes games more in a way of
And-
like a little bit more digital, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah. And who knows? I mean, I heard this one conversation that maybe they can make their games more episodic. Maybe Halo can be a like a Netflix thing where it's maybe a 3 or 4 part series, and hey, this in 6 months you get the new Halo, and then so it's like every few months you get a new chapter of this game.
That actually might take a little bit. I was gonna say it might take some off the plate of like developers.
Yeah.
But I actually might put more on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just depends. Like developing all
Or
the
they'd be shorter.
Yeah,
But
I just mean like developing all the assets for one go, and then you're kind of done with it, except maintenance.
Mhm.
Whereas you're like going in, and I don't know. It's I like it overall.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's a.
It's a lot, but if you think about it, the amount that you're spending, it really does work.
Mm-hmm.
You just really have to buy 2 games.
Mhm.
I just got a news update.
Oh.
Tell me.
Tweeted, Sonic Forces DLC will be free forever.
Yes.
Just if you guys are wondering.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, so let's go into Twitter questions.
Wait. I gotta tell you what
Oh.
games are coming out this week.
Oh yeah.
That's
Please do. I'm sorry. Thank you. We're gonna try to do this more often, and Connor's sort of my. He's kind of my light, my shining light, who's gonna make me not forget all these segments I want to do.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Came out yesterday, the 23rd. We're gonna talk about it anyway. The Impatient PSVR.
Yeah, I hear that's supposed to be pretty good. I hear it's somewhat related to.
This game looks super creepy.
It's somewhat related to Until Dawn.
Yes.
Yes.
60 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
Super creepy looking. I'm not gonna play it. I don't like scary stuff. Dragon Ball Fighter Z comes
That's
out January 26th.
One of the
That
2 big
looks
releases.
dope.
Yes.
That looks very good. Are you guys gonna play it?
I might.
I
I don't
like-
like fighting games, but I might.
I do enjoy fighting games, and if I can get my hands on it, I totally will.
Okay.
I've never played a Dragon Ball Fighter,
I think it'd be a good game to talk about on the podcast.
but based on the way it looks like something I would really
I hear
enjoy.
it's going to be very easy to get into.
Well, I have a friend who's into both anime
Yeah.
and fighters, so I think he might be getting this, so we'll see what happens.
I hear it's going to be like good for casual fighting game people, which I definitely am. I'm not really big into fighting games, but
I do like to learn the motions and try to
Mm-hmm.
be good at it. And then January 26th, the final big release for this week, is Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Are either of you guys
Man.
planning on Monster Hunter World?
I don't know. I mean, I might try it out. I've just
That looks cool. I
Yeah.
hear it takes so long to get into, though.
I have been reading that they tried to change that.
Okay.
I know in the past, having heard people describe how Monster Hunter works, a lot of the times you would just pick up random stuff and you wouldn't know how they combine or how
Mhm.
any of that works. But now it will auto pick up stuff and it will let you know, like, hey, you have all the stuff to make X weapon or X armor, which is a huge change for this series, which has mostly been figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no help, play with a friend, you guys figure it out together.
Okay.
But this looks like they're trying to embrace an audience that has never played Monster
Yeah.
Hunter before.
That's what I'm hearing is they're really trying to make this for kind of everybody, people who are fans and people who are new, which, I mean, hell, that could be a good coming in point. you
Also,
know?
just the idea that the whole game is you hunting down giant,
it looks cool.
colossal
It looks
creatures.
really cool.
it's just so JRPG-y. Like, not this one is, but like the series as a
Mhm.
whole.
Yeah.
It's just kind of turned me off. But I may give it a try.
Have you? I don't think it comes out this. I know it doesn't come out this week, but have you seen some of the new footage coming out for Shadow of the Colossus, the HD remake?
I have.
Yeah,
And it looks great.
it looks
Mhm.
great. I think I've played enough of it. I don't need to buy it again.
I've never played.
I think you should get it.
Yeah,
I think you really need to
I've
get
heard
it.
it's one of the best games ever.
I think I
it's a
can
great
find
game.
the old HD collection.
I
for-
would buy this because the controls are so. That's kind of what made me stop playing.
Really?
Yeah, just the controls are so bad.
Okay.
But I hear they've done pretty good job remedying all that.
Cool.
And so I would get this, man. This
All right.
is good.
Well, those are the big games coming out
All
for
right.
this week.
Awesome.
And
That's
we've got
great.
some fun stuff coming out next week, but we'll talk about that next week.
Sure.
Oh, also, I can give us a full rundown. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT is coming out on the 30th.
Uh-huh.
And we'll end it with Railway Empire.
Let's do next week's releases. How about that? Just
Yes,
that
let
might
me
be
go
good.
to next week's releases on
Yeah.
the podcast as we're talking right
yeah,
now.
let's talk about
As you've
this.
sprung it on me.
As I sprung it on
I
you.
was
I
prepared.
did a Fernando or a George Fernando move.
I was prepared completely for this.
Trey, I know the show's about to start in 10 minutes, but could you find this piece of audio?
Apologies, sir.
Apologies.
While Connor searches, we have a little monkey news.
Oh,
Yeah, did you see Chinese scientists cloned 2 monkeys?
they cloned him.
Yeah, like last week, and I got 2 little baby monkeys have been cloned.
All right,
Oh,
you ready?
yeah.
I've got next week,
Mm-hmm.
which would be when you say next week. What's the farthest date you want me to go to?
Thursday when we do the podcast,
So-
or Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. I did go all the way there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT, Monster Hunter World, Dragon Ball Fighter, Dust and Salt comes out. Celeste, My Time at Portia,
Oh,
and Railway Empires, which I can only assume is some sort of train game.
I hope
Okay.
it's like a hobo train hopping game.
I hope it's like Civ, but only trains.
Some sort of train tycoon.
Yeah. All right, Trey. Hit us with them Twitter
Yeah,
questions.
we got some good ones today.
Daniel Martinez asks, what are games from 2017 you felt deserved more attention than they got? For me, it would have been Night in the Woods and Gorgia. How do you
Gorgia?
Gorgia?
That's a guess.
Okay.
Georgie.
Gorogoa.
Gorga?
Gorga, maybe, yeah. Man, Night in the Woods is a game that I really I need to play pretty soon. That looks really, really cool. And I think you guys should play it too.
Okay.
Man, from Resident Evil 7, people kind of
That's what
stopped
I was
talking about
gonna
that. Man, I would say Yakuza sounds insane, and I want to play it so bad.
Literally, you're the only person I've ever heard talk
Really?
about Yakuza. Yes.
Dude, the game sounds freaking batshit crazy. And I
That's
gotta
what
play
you said
this.
about Watch Dogs.
Never
2,
said that about
Mafia
Watch Dogs.
3.
Never did not say that about Mafia 3.
Trey has a very specific. I
Yeah,
have a
he's got
Mafia
this-
2 shirt.
Really?
Mafia 2 is not great.
I
Trey's got
want
this,
it.
like,
What do
niche.
you want?
I never said that about Mafia 3 whatsoever.
You were so excited about Mafia 3.
Check the tape on that.
All right, we will. I
Okay.
will.
Okay.
I won't.
Yakuza is crazy. Nier was a game that I think I heard a lot about, but that was more in sort of circles, I think, of people who like that kind of stuff or like playing a lot of games, Nier, Automata.
Mhm.
And that's another game where I'm like, man, I want to play through it, but the gameplay is just kind of stopping me from doing it.
Knack 2?
Yeah, Knack to the Future. Is great.
I have two, like for real. The Tom Clancy's Wildlands.
Yeah, I hear
Dude, that
was
game,
not bad.
I've watched a bunch of people fight the
Predator.
The Predator, which I don't believe is in the game anymore.
Yeah, they took it out.
But the game looked really fun. Like Tom Clancy games are usually really decent, and this one was pretty good. Although I guess since the Predator's not in anymore, maybe don't play it. And Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Injustice is
Not
another game I heard a lot
Ultimate.
about.
Sorry, Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate.
Injustice, Pyre. Tommy G, horny for life. That's little Tom Ginsburg. Asks, what type of video game would take place in the DFW area?
Yakuza, maybe?
Yeah.
I thought about this. What about a game where you are trying to stop the assassination of John F. Kennedy?
Like that TV
Too
show.
soon.
No. So
Too
yeah, so sort of like that. And the idea being it's sort of like an open world. I imagine it being sort of like L.A. Noire, not gameplay wise, but like look and feel. With the idea that you're trying to like find clues and things like that. And it can obviously be conspiracy based, and Lee Harvey doesn't have to be the one who did it.
I don't know if DFW would make for a good video game.
I think that would be really fun though. Like the idea that you're like going around looking for clues, checking things out. Talking to all the big players, and I don't know. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of.
What about like Fallout?
Fallout DFW.
Yeah, Fallout Burleson.
Yeah, Fallout Burleson.
How about Fallout where you're stuck in the big town gun and knife show in Emporium out in Mesquite?
Or how about a Fallout where you're still stuck on 75 even though everyone's dead, am I right?
Oh,
got him.
For you guys not listening, there is a highway in DFW. For you guys that don't understand
For
that
you guys not
reference.
listening.
If you can't pick up on the very
Hey,
simple...
for all you deaf listeners.
Oh, no. Let's see.
Chris the Fields.
Chris the Fields. This is Janitor Soroy Industry.
Okay.
Asks, is this one of Mike's fake accounts? Do you know what? Or fake sports bot?
I don't think it is.
Do you know which ones they are?
No, I have no idea. I really have no idea. He doesn't let me look at his computer.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't like you.
No.
I don't know why.
Even though I'm selling his autographed little map on
pen.
eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Connor, can you bid on that, please?
Yeah, bet on that, Connor.
Cool. He's on eBay. He's bidding right now.
All right. He says, fake sportsbot says, been out of gaming world for 6 years, got a PC after 6 years with Mac, Overwatch,
Play BioShock.
Overwatch,
Or not
Battlefield, WoW, seem intimidating. Am I too scared? Man, that is a lot.
Play Mass Effect.
I mean, you know.
Play Mass Effect.
Yeah. I mean, yo, take that away. Please throw that out. Please don't put it there.
Play Mass Effect.
Yeah, play Mass Effect Andromeda.
No, not Andromeda. Play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, which I believe are the pinnacle of
it's intimidating.
gen.
It's intimidating because games are just getting bigger and longer. Especially, if you're getting Battlefield, Overwatch, and World of Warcraft.
He said 6 years.
I think he's asking if any of those would be good. I don't think he got all those. Did he?
He said 6 years, right?
Yeah.
When did Red Dead come out?
It came out in 2011
Okay, I'm just making sure.
or 2010.
Yeah,
it came out when I was in college.
Just making sure.
Which was a long time ago.
For real though, do play Mass Effect.
Yeah, play Mass Effect.
Civilization's probably too intimidating.
Yeah.
Civilization's too intimidating for me, and I play Civilization.
Yeah.
I would look up like the best games of each year or something list and kind of look through there and see what you like. Because there's
Hat in Time.
Play Smash Bros.
We need to play a Hat in Time.
Yeah, Hat in Time's supposed to be really good, and it looks accessible.
Play Smash Bros. As well.
On his PC?
Play all those games. Play
Well,
Zelda.
you can't play that. Sorry.
Find a Zelda mod.
You
on
can
your
find a
PC.
Wii U for $6 somewhere.
They'll
Get
pay
Smash.
you to take it.
Yeah.
Hey, don't throw that away. Trey?
Trey, I need you to focus on the podcast, please.
Yeah.
I need you to be a little more quiet. Perry Dactyl asks, do you think Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z will be the next fighting game after Smash Bros. To pull in a huge audience?
It might be. It looks real good, and people are hyped about it, and everyone loves a little Dragon Ball.
It looks very like accessible, which I think is the most important part of a fighting game.
Are fighting games big in the esports world?
Yes.
Yes. Very
Okay,
much
Have you
so.
never have you never watched
No, I hate fighting games.
Okay, there's some really cool yeah, 'cause
Street Fighter's big, right?
Yeah, Street Fighter's huge.
Yeah.
Pokken?
No.
No.
Mortal Kombat's not really either. It's usually Street Fighter, and Street Fighter mostly
Street
because
Fighter and Tekken.
Street Fighter in the past, it used to be because with Street Fighter you can cancel combos. So like you can do moves, cancel pixels out, and like you can count pixels and like cancel stuff out to do attacks while
Really?
your opponent is attacking. It's really crazy. There's some really great Evo footage. So Evo is the fighting tournament.
Yeah.
I assumed you know that, but there's some really like people build their own kits for controls and stuff
That's
like
really
that,
cool.
and configure everything to where they can perfectly time it out. But yeah, so
We'll see, Perry.
Yeah.
We'll see. I hope it does well.
but if it
I
is
think I want to play that.
if it's casual enough, then yeah, absolutely.
Crispy Ham asks, is it sad that Toys R Us is closing several stores? Love that place as a kid.
It's not.
No, it's gross and sticky, and you can just buy all that online.
Yeah,
why
but
is it
it kind
sticky?
of sucks that kids aren't
Long
playing with
story.
toys anymore.
I think they still do. I mean,
I don't know.
I have my friend. He's got a 6-year-old or
Is
something.
this Spencer?
No, this is Dean, our friend Dean. His
Oh, yeah.
his kid has an iPad and stuff, and still like loves playing with toys. Like
Okay.
kids will always love toys. Like he's got his bedroom full of toys, living room nothing but toys. And he has a second bedroom which is the toy room, and it's literally like wall to wall toys.
Wow.
Yeah, I can back that up. Children still love toys.
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. I was a little worried.
I mean, like look at we had access to Game Boys and video
Yeah,
games
but that's
and stuff all the time. and-
different. The
why?
iPad is just the access to everything, and
But not every kid has an iPad.
yeah.
true. I think a lot of them do.
And I
which
think
is,
kids' attention span isn't enough to just keep them at an iPad for hours on end.
right.
Have a kid and find out, Trey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a kid.
Go port
Yeah,
someone.
it sucks that Toys R Us is. I don't know if it sucks.
is
it's,
it?
No, it's a shit store.
Sure.
Shit store.
Ham says, didn't I ask already this week? Yeah, you asked.
That
on
is a
the-
question,
Yes.
and yes, you did.
Bits are fun. This is our buddy Brad.
Yeah.
He says, favorite thing to transform into in Super Mario Odyssey? We already answered that in another podcast.
Yes, frog.
Meat.
There, answer it again.
Who or what is your favorite video game villain?
Ooh, pretty good.
Oh, man, I don't
Trey's is Liquid Snake.
Probably GLaDOS. I'd say Big Boss because he is the villain.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not familiar enough with.
I'd say
Metal Gear to say
Psychomantis. Well, you're right.
know.
Liquid
Least
Snake is the
creatively
villain.
named boss.
Big Boss.
Big boss.
Well, his name was Solid Snake or Naked Snake.
I
know it's
really
Big
like
Boss.
Goro.
Yeah.
I just like a guy who has 4 arms and will rip all of your limbs off.
I like GLaDOS as well. Maybe.
But-
Does Blue? Does Blue count as a villain, or is he
Yeah.
more of a rival?
It could be a villain.
I'm gonna say
You could
Eggman. I'm
villain.
gonna say Eggman.
Dr. Robotnik.
I
Mhm.
pick Eggman. No, I pick Shadow.
God.
Andrew Ryan from BioShock's good.
Yes.
I am Andrew Ryan.
He's the Walt Disney of.
He is.
What about
he is
the
Walt
bad guy
Disney.
from Bioshock Infinite's really great as well. Comstock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of just you. Spoilers.
Okay. Well, that's like the.
What a
the
dick.
Spoiler. Yeah.
I am Andrew Ryan. Okay, and then Brad says something really creepy.
No, we got to hear it now. Is he
Well,
trying
you-
to relate to us 20s?
No, he says, "What do you do if I need Trey inside you? Like really, really bad."
Okay, you were right. That was creepy.
That's really creepy. And
He meant
thoughts
to
on
DM that.
thoughts on being single player campaign. Thoughts on a single player campaign in Overwatch. Well, I thought it was thoughts on being single, which could help him out.
No, let's start with
Yeah.
that. Trey, what are your
Trey,
thoughts?
thoughts on being single?
It's great. It's very lonely.
Well, who do you pork then?
Myself.
Ew.
I don't have sex drive, Austin.
Oh, you've transcended that.
I've transcended
lent that DVD to someone else.
Yeah. I did. Oh, this
Your-
guy's got jokes.
Your dad found sex drive and snapped.
He
it in half.
snapped it in half. Said no more of this. Thoughts on single player campaign in Overwatch?
They kind of did that. It wasn't necessarily single player, but during the Uprising event last year,
Uh-huh.
they kind of did that where there was like a pseudo campaignish kind of thing you had to go through. I think it'd be neat. I'd like to see something like that.
Why don't they add some sort of horde mode to it?
Well, that's what they do on some of the events, like the Uprising.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like Halloween, the Halloween event was exactly like that.
Because eventually they just added that to Team Fortress.
Really?
Yeah, Team Fortress 2 has just a mode where you can play against robot scouts and spies and stuff coming at you.
Huh. Yeah, they did that for Halloween, but it's not active right now.
Okay.
Finally, Chris the Fields asks,
Yeah.
Hey, Super GamesCast 64.
Hey, Chris.
What video game music soundtrack would you want to play over
Your
your
funeral.
life? Or what video game music soundtrack would you want to play over your like maybe he's saying like for the rest of your life or something.
Oh man, that's tough.
I mean, probably Wind Waker.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Yeah,
gonna
or even Twilight Princess is really good.
no, it's a little too dark.
I'm going to
Yeah, my life is dark though.
I want the
Austin.
butt rock of Sonic Adventure.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, that's
which
Connor.
Sonic game?
Yeah.
Big the Cat theme.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Big the Cat, close it out with that, Trey.
Big the Cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the end of the podcast. This week.
Nice.
That is the end.
Dude, the I can't wait for the Big the Cat music to hit right now. God, I love that
Oh,
song.
we're not gonna play that. We're playing.
No, play the Big the Cat song. No, play the
Dude.
Big the Cat song.
I'm playing Big Cat song. I hear it right now. I can hear it playing because it's.
I'm
gonna plug my laptop in right now. Play it.
I had the feeling that was a thing to your
No, Big the Cat, bro.
in the summertime.
Oh, good. The Mavs game just got out. Great.
Oh shit, we gotta go. All right.
Bye.
Well, actually, we don't. I mean, we got hell.
Well,
We got. I mean, you do. You
I
gotta-
need
you guys gotta
to.
go. All right. This is. Oh yeah. This is Super GamesCast 64. Thank you so much for listening. You can. And hey, we actually got one guy to give us a comment.
Nice, you owe him a
And
game.
We gave him a game.
And by you, I mean we owe him a game.
Wait,
Well,
really?
I spent $20. Well, it was kind of a cluster F because he requested the game on the Switch, and the Switch does not have a thing where you can gift, and so I kind of had to just give him $20.
Sorry,
and
I think you got to go do the.
no.
What
I mean,
game
it's
did you get him?
9:30, but I mean, I'll get in there soon.
What game did he want?
He didn't say what he wanted, but he said he
Oh.
wanted a game on the Switch.
I think
We
he
can
took the
find
money
his-
and ran.
He might have.
Skip town.
That was what I'm afraid of. He might have. Let me get his name here. I'm just gonna give first name just in case he doesn't want to have
We
his whole
closed the
name.
podcast like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, podcast is over, Trey.
Oh no.
It's like Ferris Bueller.
It's over, Trey.
It's over. Go home.
Yeah, Michael, congratulations.
Oh,
and
congratulations,
thank you for
Michael.
giving us a review.
Thanks, Mike.
So if you want to give a review, please leave us a review on iTunes. Thank you all for listening. You can find me at Cray Trey Vidge. You can find Austin at Helen Smeller and Connor at CD Risenhoover on Twitter. All right, well, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
I had a dream that I was floating to your house in the summertime. I had a dream that I was 300 feet tall in the summertime. These visions, I can change them, sort and rearrange them. A world of understanding that you have never seen before. I had a dream that I was floating to your house in the summertime. I had a dream that I was 300 feet tall in the summertime. How could I make you understand? We are radiant beams of light, shining bright even when we are small. In the fall.
Go. Get the little drums going in there. This is when everyone stood up and
Little
started
dance party.
clapping and cheering.
I had a dream that I was floating to your house in the summertime. I had a dream that I was 300 feet tall